Welcome to Amalgam Hour, the movie and com podcast. I'm Robin.
And I'm Dan.
What are we doing today, Dan? Well, I was about to do like the usual, like, what are we going to do today, Dan? Well, I'll tell you. Okay. Inspired by both the Falcon and Winter Soldier show that is currently still on while we're recording. Don't know when this is being posted. We're so ahead. It's amazing. But I also had the idea for, what if Marvel had their own Teen Titans? I don't mean, like, people could be like, oh yeah, that's just the Champions. Or the new Avengers, you know?
Yeah.
But I was more thinking the aspect of it is a team where sidekicks go. So you know when you see like Teen Titans, but it's like one of the Robins and his Wally West Flash, you know? Stuff like that. I was thinking, what if Marvel had that? And then when looking into it...
it's
Marvel sidekicks. When looking into it, there's not a lot. You know? Do you know who was the most amount of sidekicks?
America.
It's Captain America. So, obviously, the title is, we're creating a new, like, Falcon and Winter Soldier comic. My idea was, Falcon, Winter Soldier, War Machine. Three sidekicks.
The big sidekicks.
The big old sidekicks. Because otherwise, what are we going to do? Wong? Dum Dugan?
Does Spider-Man have a sidekick?
No, because Miles Morales isn't. Apparently he had Alpha for a while, but that was in like one run of Amazing Spider-Man by Dan Slott.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think that counts. Yeah, we're not using like Dum Dugan. I'm okay. Or Honey Badger. Goddamn X-23 sidekick.
Sidekick of a sidekick.
Exactly. Yeah, so this video is going to be very like back and forth, just creating a comic idea. It's actually, the video was inspired by Comic Pop did a video where they created a Christmas comic story. And it was really good. Like, it's the only Miles Morales story I've ever wanted to read. It was about Miles Morales being locked into the Sanctum Sanctorum during a snowstorm, and an ice giant tries to escape from an old relic. And I'm like, that's fun.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is going to be the main plot, Dan, and we're going to have to go back and forth creating this idea.
Yeah, this is going to be a mess.
Winter Soldier, so current Winter Soldier, like Bucky Barnes, good.
Yeah.
With Falcon and War Machine. And Joaquin Torres' Falcon. So from the show, Falcon's main...
sidekick of a sidekick.
Exactly. But I'm like, he doesn't get a lot of play. And I like his outfit, where it's like green Falcon outfit. But it looks like how the movie one usually looks, and not the comic one. So it's interesting. And they have to save... Oh, what's his name? What's his name, Dan?
Oh, I don't know. You haven't told me.
I did tell you, but I can't remember. So it's a. Let me quickly look at my notes. Oh my god. Rick Jones. There you go. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, I remember the A-bomb himself.
The A-bomb. Is that the nickname for him now?
I'm pretty sure he does become A-bomb.
Is it?
Yeah, I think that's like a Hulk sidekick.
A-bomb. I'm actually going to look it up. See how, like... Oh, yeah!
Unless I've been lied to.
No, he is. It's in the Agents of Smash TV show. You and that TV show. You know too much about that show, by the way.
I used to watch it.
So did I, but I can't remember anything. Yeah.
Exactly. The sidekicks, again, sidekick.
Yeah, and he was also the guy Hulk saved from the Gamma Bomb. And he was once Bucky Barnes, a Captain Marvel sidekick. Like, he dressed in the Bucky Barnes outfit and it was wrong. It was a crazy man, like a really old man going insane.
Yeah.
And then also, he was Captain Marvel for a while, where they would do the Shazam thing of swapping places into the negative zone. So yeah, Rick Jones is a very, like, varied past, but he's a sidekick. So let's put him in here. I was also thinking of putting Jarvis in here, because he's the Avengers sidekick, and like Tony's, but then I was like, I think I'm pushing it now.
Yeah, Jarvis. You can't have Jarvis without Iron Man.
Yeah, but then I was like,
Really?
he's also going to get kidnapped, but can't really do much with that, you know.
Yeah.
And I haven't heard of A-Bomb recently, and all the art I'm looking at him for, it's not recent. It's like 2000s. So I bet he probably disappeared sometime in that time, and like maybe it was in the Immortal Hulk run, because in that run Immortal Hulk can take the gamma out of people, you know. So he probably So this is just going to be Rick Jones, and we're creating a story from scratch. So Dan, what setting do you want it to be in? Like where the main story is going to take place, because obviously it's going to be a bit in America, a bit here, a bit there. But I want something interesting, because currently there's a Falcon and Winter Soldier comic going, which is a tie-in, like not a tie-in, but like it's a show's coming out. Let's quickly put a book out, you know?
Yeah.
I want to do something like that, but interesting. First of all, do we name this team of the sidekicks?
The sidekick duo, not duo.
Duo, yeah, because there's 4 of them. And I really wanted there to be more, like an actual Teen Titans group. But there's not a lot.
There's not many sidekicks.
Which I'm like, that's crazy to think about.
But there is a lot, but you know, they suck.
Yeah, or it's like they don't fit in at all, because like Honey Badger wouldn't be with War Machine, you know?
Yeah.
While we're discussing this, I'm probably gonna like look for some as well. But
extra sidekicks.
Yeah, I want like an interesting setting, because we always see New York. We always see.
Yeah, don't even go near New York.
Yeah,
I'd say have it away from America.
Yeah, that could. Yeah. Now I already had a couple ideas.
Yeah.
I was thinking, actually, you come up with an idea first for the setting, because I know as soon as I'm going to say yours. Okay, let's just start naming places. Canada.
Latveria. Oh.
Two very different places. Latveria could work, but then we know who the villain's going to be 100%, you know?
Yeah. I was just thinking of like actual like comic book places.
Yeah, but then I was thinking Canada, because then I was like, you could get the Alpha Flight unit.
Yeah.
To be fair, I don't think Sasquatch is a thing anymore, like that character.
But he was in the past, so he is now.
Yeah, like we're kind of not caring about continuity, because we're not that on top of it.
Because this isn't going to happen anyway.
Yeah. It's just like a thought exercise, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we got Latveria. I don't really want to bring an Alpha Flight, because that wouldn't go with the whole premise of...
that was your idea.
Like, yeah, but I can still think. This is the thought exercise. New York,
so
no.
they're gone.
Hell's Kitchen, no. Don't want to bring in Daredevil. Latveria, maybe. Probably Doom. Involve Doombots a lot. That's it.
Yeah. You can't just have one villain and like a huge team, really.
Yeah.
Well, not huge, but they are quite powerful.
Because obviously I was inspired by a Christmas event, but we're doing it a lot looser and doing it around characters themselves.
Yeah.
But maybe we could put it in an event. I don't feel like Halloween would work, you know. Or not an event. What's it called?
No.
A celebration of some kind.
Period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Halloween would work for these characters. If we were doing like a Moon Knight Ghost Rider crossover, then yeah. Halloween, you know?
Then yeah.
Which we're going to do one day.
Yeah.
Definitely a Moon Knight story.
Just because you're a big Moon Knight fan.
Yes, fan. Shut up. You love Killer Croc.
Spoilers in case this comes first.
I don't know. I don't know when we're publishing these things. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Christmas.
Set in. I don't know many like
Christmas
Marvels.
Would make sense.
Like no. Easter.
Yeah. Yeah, just put Falcon
Bunny.
would just fly over and just put like ears on Winter Soldier and then fly away really quickly.
Yeah.
Him and Torres just keep doing that.
Oh, I forgot he was here too.
Yes. There's a team of 4. 3 people fly, 1 person fights. We've got one Iron Man type character, 2 Falcons, and then one like
Captain
Cap.
America sidekick.
Yeah. Okay.
They really know to still have a sidekick.
No. This is what I'm saying. It's like, there's nothing out there. Because I looked it up and it was like, oh yeah, the new Avengers. I'm like, no, because they're not sidekicks. That's just Marvel's Teen Titans. You know? Because you got like...
What Kate Bishop?
Technically, we could put her in.
She could count. And she would probably fit.
Yeah, maybe. Because the War Machine, Falcon, and Winter Soldier, they all fit incredibly well. Where it's like, oh yeah, Rick Jones has disappeared. Like, let's say they're all in Avengers headquarters, yeah?
Yeah.
And then they get a message, but the full Avengers team are out that day. War Machine, Falcon, and Winter Soldier just came back from a mission. The full Avengers are out. And then they get called
dealing
by
with
someone.
some other big problem.
Yeah. And then they get called. It's like Rick Jones has gone missing. Like another Hulk character, you know?
Yeah.
But currently Hulk is like Immortal Hulk over there in like the desert somewhere. So we can't mess with him. So yeah, so that's how this starts. Been attacked. I'm thinking, yeah, Latveria.
Yeah.
Or
yeah,
Mexico with Day of the Dead. Because
that could be interesting.
It's nothing like it doesn't tie into any of their backstory. Unless I don't know, is Joaquin Phoenix? Joaquin Torres.
That's an actor.
Yeah.
He could be. I don't know if he's Mexican.
New York based. Of course he is. Because everyone's from New York. Why would you not have a character not from New York, you know?
They could be a different race, but they were definitely born in New York.
Yeah. They can be a different race. Of course they can. Yeah, citizenship,
right,
Mexican.
Just, where's New York?
Okay, Mexican. I like this. It's War Machine, Falcon, and Winter Soldier. And Rick Jones was on a mission, a side quest, if you will. Whatever his job is, he was doing in Mexico, yeah? Day of the Dead celebration.
Yeah.
They go there to look for him. They run into Joaquin Torres' Falcon. Because he's from Mexico. He's going back to see his family. Of course he is. He's going to go chill.
Yeah.
I don't know what powers. Oh, yeah, because in comics, Falcon has the ability to see through his eyes.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, okay.
That's
oh, yeah. And currently, Red Wing is a vampire.
Jesus Christ.
When Falcon was Captain America, he went up against every Captain America villain. And they tried to make the entire world have bad semen, so no one could get pregnant. And then Baron Blood went to explode himself. And Red Wing attacked Baron Blood. And then Baron Blood bit Falcon. So he's a vampire bird.
Christ, okay.
Yeah, so there you go. That's the status quo currently. Who could the villains be? Because if it was Latveria, we know where we'd be going. And
yeah, but it's not. It's Mexico. Some Mexican villains like situated there.
I don't know. I don't know. Marvel, Mexican villains. This is such like a casual podcast episode, but it'd be actually quite fun to think of something, you know? Come up with a solid idea. White Tiger, Richter. Okay, no, we know none of these.
Okay. Could we have consider 3 of them like Captain America related?
That's what I was thinking, because they always deal with like Red Skull or Sin or someone, you know?
Zebo or someone like that.
And it's always very Winter Soldier movie-esque, where it's all about espionage and whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, let's come up with something. Why would they want to steal Rick Jones?
You know something.
Maybe because he's been so many sidekicks. He's been a sidekick to the Avengers, pretty much. maybe
Yeah.
this
Maybe
stuff he knows.
someone's got a grudge.
Yeah, or maybe they just want to kill him. Just be like, hey, Avengers.
They know they can't really kill one of the Avengers, so they kill one of the sidekicks.
Yeah, to maybe start something.
Or torture one of the sidekicks.
Okay, who's someone who wants to be an Avengers level threat? You know?
Yeah.
My favourite line from... What even film is that from? I always quote it, but I don't know what it's from. Is it?
It was Spider-Man film. Yeah, it's Mysterio.
I always think Doctor Strange says it. Don't know why. Okay. Something... Okay, so either something he knows or they're trying to make a...
statement.
Yeah. Yeah. I kind of like that. Who could it be?
Well, who would one risk going up against the Avengers?
Someone who wants to be an Avengers level threat. Someone who wants to be a big villain but isn't powerful enough to do so. Mysterio.
You said just because he's an Avengers level threat.
I can't remember what Spider-Man book it is, or an Avengers book. He attacks New York City to personally go up against the Avengers.
Just because he wants to.
He wants to. He's like, I don't get enough respect. I'm gonna go against them, and he makes them think there's a alien invasion, and then Spider-Man, like, is being ignored in this fight. So he sneaks up into the sky with the alien spaceships, goes onto the glass of it, and he just sees Mysterio on the inside. He's like, wait a minute. And it's a really fun scene. And that would work
Could be Mysterio.
And that would work well with the Day of the Dead stuff.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, a bunch of people surrounded, like, all wearing skeleton makeup. Like, they've got, like, floats and balloons and stuff. And then Mysterio makes them all become, like, alive creatures and attack everyone.
Yeah.
Could it be a team?
Could be interesting.
Could it be a team, do you reckon?
Does Mysterio, usually, apart from the Sinister Six...
Sinister Six?
Does he...
I don't think he's ever been a part of another team.
It could be interesting to do with Sinister Six. Like, it's Spider-Man villains, but, you know, they're both sick and tired of Spider-Man.
Or a play on the Sinister Six.
Maybe not just Spider-Man villains, a mix of loads of them.
I like that. Ooh, I do like that. Why would they be in Mexico?
Spiteful Six.
Why would they be in Mexico?
Because that's where Rick Jones was.
Yeah, that makes sense, I guess. And that was the last place he was seen, so they're still, like, lurking around in there.
Yeah.
I'm still going through the list of Mexican villains.
Yeah, there's not going to be any.
No, there's not a lot.
The most popular Mexican villain, I think, is, like, Bane.
Yeah. El Muerto, a Mexican luchador with a magical mask. What the hell?
It could be interesting to check a magical Mexican man in there.
Magical Mexican man. Jesus Christ, that's a mouthful.
It could be interesting to have him in there.
So the statement is, we've stolen Rick Jones to send a message to the Avengers to, hey, fight us. We're the real thing. We're big. We're hip. You know? Oh, yeah. It's a team of villains who want to be the Dark Avengers. But they're not known.
They're just not.
Yeah, like I really like that of Mysterio being like, ugh, like, just look at me, please, I'm a villain. And Cap's just like looking in the opposite direction as like an American flag flows behind him. And Mysterio's just like, please. And Spider-Man swings in and kicks him in the head.
Yeah.
What's Rick Jones?
Like, what would, like, if it's going to be like a team, like, what would it be? Like, who would be on the team? Like, I was thinking, like, a different, like, each villain is for a different hero.
That could be interesting, yeah.
Like, obviously, like, say, maybe get an Iron Man one or a Captain America one in there, because they're the main...
I'm honestly, right now, trying to find Rick Jones's job. What was his job?
I feel like he's a reporter, but I feel like that's wrong.
Yeah. because I reckon A-Bomb isn't currently in the comic, so I'm just gonna say that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was Captain Marvel. That's so weird. And he was also a character called Subject B in the Immortal Hulk run, and in the Avengers, he was known as the Whisperer. How was one character had so much go on in his past, you know?
Because no one really cares too much about him.
He's a high school dropout and he's divorced.
Does he even have a job?
Don't know. I think he just wanders around the Avengers mansion. He was once Abomination. The hell? This character's interesting.
Okay, so let's just pretend he's trying to be a reporter because he obviously likes being lots of different things.
Or he was at the Avengers working with Jarvis or something, and then a message popped up, like a stupid Avengers email, which is like, "We are the new villains. Come, thwart us if you dare." And he clicked on the email, and it was like, and then he just looked at the IP address and was like, "You know what? I'll show the Avengers that I'm something, you know."
Oh, and he went on his own.
To investigate the place. And they chose Mexico.
Oh, and he went too deep.
Yeah. And they chose Mexico because it would go into Mysterio's whole shtick.
Yeah. Who are the villains then?
Okay.
Captain America. You got the Spider-Man one.
I feel
obviously it wouldn't be like a Red Skull or a a Zemo because they're known.
Yeah, I need a pen, but I don't have one. I'll just do mine. I'll just put it in my notes. Okay. So villains, Mysterio, which is the Spider-Man villain of the group.
Yeah.
Okay.
Iron Man. Wait a minute. Wait, what's his name? Crimson Dynamo. Because he's not a very high.
Whiplash.
I'm not doing Whiplash.
Oh, why? But you love Whiplash.
Yes, I know, but no.
Isn't Crimson Dynamo Russian? Do you know where he's from?
Maybe.
What's something that... Okay, well, we'll go back to that. What's something that could be like... I was thinking Captain America Crossbones.
Crossbones, yeah. That could be interesting.
I don't think he is the ego to be like, "Hey, Avengers, fight me like a man." But the skull motif of being on Day of the Dead... You know?
Yeah.
It links kind of.
Also, he might have a grudge against Captain America and just there to get him.
Or grudge on Falcon and Winter Soldier as well. So when they turn up, he's like, okay, now it's an actual fight.
Yeah.
So Mysterio, Crossbones.
Crimson Dynamo.
I feel like this is already going to be like a kind of like funny book. Where it's like Falcon and Winter Soldier at each other. War Machine being the voice of reason. And all the villains just squabbling. Yeah,
because these don't go together. That's the point.
How do we bring them together then? How do you think they came together?
They've all they all have a reason for wanting the Avengers probably. And Mysterio probably realized he could beat him on his own.
Or a strong... I was about to say, or a leader has brought them together. As in the leader. The Hulk villain.
Hulk villain. Yeah.
That could work as be like, okay.
Also, he's a bit of a no one cares about him villain.
Yeah. The leader's like, okay, I'll go up against whatever Hulk is on the team. Mysterio, you'll go up against, I don't know, if a Luke Cage or a Spider-Man is on the team. Crossbones, you go up against the Cap. Crimson Dynamo, you go up against...
Like your Iron Man sort of thing.
Yeah. So he tried to make a perfect team to go up against...
Currently that's 4-on-4, so...
4. Yeah, but I
would you want to have the villains be more?
Yeah, it's got to be more.
Is Kate Bishop going to be there, or is she not?
I don't feel like it works for this story. But I feel like if... Because if it was a team, it would then go on further, you know? Like, oh, Kate Bishop, you come on the team. Oh, you. So at the end, we'll come up with a book title for this. What's another Avenger?
Another Avenger? I was going to say Thor, but he doesn't exactly have a villain that would be there.
I'm like, let's not do Thor because I don't want like Enchantress.
Yeah, just chilling.
So Crimson Dynamo. Okay.
So who's on the Avengers usually? What about Black Panther? Is the other villain that's like
Claw? He's went up against Radioactive Man, I know. Went up against the Rhino. That's literally all from one book I've read of Black Panther. American Panther. An unidentified new Panther figure in Hell's Kitchen who's a patriotic American. No, thank you. Not that one.
Claw could be there because like he is very much a like no one cares.
Yeah.
Black Panther takes him down.
This is clearly going to be a very cheesy sort of book, you know?
Yeah.
Where it's like fun villains, fun characters, fun moments, that sort of thing.
Also, like if Claw's there, and you got like a Black Panther who's on the Avengers team.
Yeah.
Like and he could be there to take. Also, he's like really good with vibranium, so like Cap Shield as well.
Yeah, and leaders even thinking about it more. It's like, what if a symbiote is on the team? Like, he's tried to make an even perfect team. And
Claw's got his.
Yeah, and then the leader's like, Mysterio is here, so I've given him a file about the Avengers' worst traumatic experiences and all of this stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Like, if Mysterio went up against Cap, he would show Cap young Bucky Barnes, like, pleading for his life or something, you know? And then, like, Crimson Dynamo comes in and just, like, punches Cap away.
After whatever happens to him in the comics.
Yeah. Okay, what's another Avenger?
Okay, so we got
Villain.
5.
Because we got one Spider-Man. Why don't we have a Daredevil villain? Bullseye? I feel like having... Does he have like a beefy character? Like someone strong to go up against?
Kingpin wouldn't be there.
No. It's both
Main Daredevil villains I know is like Elektra and Bullseye.
Stiltman.
No.
Oh, well then.
There's some levels I'm not willing to cross.
Why? Who doesn't like Stiltman? Mr. Fear.
Some villains who... Mr. Fear.
Is this guy just Scarecrow? A motion control. He's Scarecrow. That could work well with the Mysterio angle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mysterio puts him in it, and no, cause like, if he is like just like Scarecrow and like shows them their greatest fear or whatever.
No, I think it's more he just makes them fearful.
Oh, so even if Mysterio shows it, and if that doesn't work, you got this guy who could just make him.
And he's pretty much Scarecrow. Yeah, it's very similar. So yeah, okay. I feel like now, like
6.
Crossbones is a bit too big for this team now. But I think it's alright. Let's just say he's a gun for hire. Like, they just paid him off or
they've
something.
hired him.
Oh! Maybe one more Taskmaster. Another Skull on the team. Another tactician.
He's pretty much an everyone villain anyway.
Exactly. I feel like we need a very strong character. You know?
Taskmaster's, well, he's not like really strong.
No, I mean like not cosmically strong, but like beefy strong. You know?
Or like a Bane.
Stop mentioning Bane.
I'm sorry. I was just like thinking like strong character, and the first thing that came to mind.
Bane. Oh, Absorbing Man. I don't know whose villain he is.
Hulk, I think.
Is he? Ah, well, he can be here as well. Maybe that's how Miss Leader brings him in.
So, here's a team of 8 against a team of 4.
No, it's 7. Mysterio.
So
Crossbones.
Yeah.
Crimson Dynamo.
Yeah.
Should we get rid of Crimson Dynamo? He's the only one that feels.
Yeah, but then you haven't got that Iron Man connection.
I feel like Iron Man's probably for Absorbing Man. But honestly,
or you could like replace him with like a whiplash.
Yep. Absorbing Man has fought Iron Man. Therefore,
Oh, fair enough.
He was the only one that was shouting out to me like, I don't belong. Because Crossbones.
I was just going off no one cares about.
Yeah. How dare you? Everyone cares about Crimson Dynamo. I hate all of Iron Man's villains. I straight up do. I'm like, oh my god, who cares? You know?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the crew. I thought of a big thing, yeah? During a Day of the Dead parade, they only learn about it because people are starting to become like... The parade has gone out of control because there's Mysterio hallucinations, there's Claw using his sonics create really loud like music and noises and stuff, and then
he makes everything louder.
Mr. Fear has made people like really scared and aggressive during the parade and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's already caught like.
And Taskmaster and Crossbones are just chilling.
Oh yeah, are we gonna have Taskmaster? Yeah, we might as well.
Yeah.
Taskmaster.
Make it the Secret Seven.
No. Because Secret Six is a DC team, innit?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think.
I just thought they're not like going on the forefront of everything. They're sort of like chilling back.
Unless say Crossbones and Taskmaster are on the ground with hidden guns, like they've got big like jackets on or something, yeah, and they just control.
Yeah, and they got their skull masks on, so they blend in.
Yes. And then everyone's like, so it's a riot during the Day of the Dead. So that's already peaked up some of the like low-level Avengers sort of superhero teams, like sort of thing. And let's say Falcon is the first one to notice it, and then all of a sudden,
what, like the Mexican Falcon or the other guy?
Mexican Falcon calls regular Falcon. That Falcon gets War Machine and Winter Soldier on. Oh, I like this. You know what, Dan? I like this. It's all come together quite nicely.
Yeah.
And then they get there, and then all of a sudden, a big projection of Rick Jones come, like, over the top of this Mexican city. Like, you just see Rick Jones with a gun to his head. And then you hear, like, the leader's voice announcing to the Avengers to fight them. You know?
Yeah.
As, like, helicopters and stuff go around this city, be it, like, news and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, where
and the Avengers are off-world.
Yeah. Yeah. You know? Just whatever they're doing right threat. Now. Currently, the Avengers are dealing with the Phoenix. So they're a bit preoccupied. They're a bit preoccupied somewhere else.
So, like, this little riot at the Day of the Dead, we don't care.
Yeah. And that's why Falcon has turned up, because for one, he's doing, say it's Torres' hometown. Yeah?
Yeah.
So he's doing it as a friend, and like, also, I'm an Avenger, I'm going to go help. But then it becomes something big, because one of their own has been kidnapped. And you're like, oh, shit. Sort of thing.
Yeah.
And you could explain that as just Mysterio just made him vanish, you know? Like, he was, like, leaving the Avengers Tower, and then a car just pulls up and just takes him, you know? And under a Mysterio, like, not hallucination, like a cloak, you know? So no one sees them.
Yeah.
So it just drives off. Okay. So they go there, and they've got to investigate first. I feel like their first fight should be the riot itself, trying to control it.
Yeah.
You know?
Like Falcon flying in. Falcon and War Machine flying in. Bucky getting dropped in.
And the other Falcon, yeah. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, the other Falcon would already be there, so...
Yeah, so he's already trying to do crowd control with the police there. But then the police are taking in the fear toxin and seeing the big scary monsters and everything. So they're also, like, attacking each other, fighting all of this. Let's just say, like, Torres is flying high enough to where he's not getting affected by it at all.
Yeah. Or, like, he realises what's happened to these people and he doesn't want to...
I've got an idea for that. So let's just say, like, during the Day of the Dead, people let off, like, smoke flares and, like fireworks and stuff. So the smoke isn't abnormal. You know?
Yeah.
There's a lot of candles around, that sort of thing. Oh, I love this idea of like them going overhead in a plane or something. Yeah, because it's pretty far, isn't it? For Bucky to be carried that entire way. So
I mean, he could, but like, it is quite.
Let's just say
across seas and.
Yeah, let's just say they're using a shield ship and they've got one shield pilot on board.
They've got like a Quinjet.
Yeah, it's just taking them overhead. And then obviously War Machine drops out first, Falcon drops out first, and then Bucky's just like
just jumps out like he did in the TV show.
No, I'd love he drops out and then like grabs onto Falcon on the way down. He's like, no. He just grabs them. Oh, maybe they were arguing about who's going to get there first to sort it out.
Oh, like
so he doesn't want Falcon to be there like ahead of him.
But would Bucky get affected by being on the ground?
I'm going to say yes. That's why I didn't want them to realise the fear toxin. So first of all, like, Falcon drops off Bucky and Bucky, like, lands in. And he takes down some of the police officers that are full of fear toxin and stuff. And, like...
Yeah.
And then he's, like, he's taking it all in. And he's slowly getting more and more aggressive. And, like, Falcon and War Machine... Oh, what could those three be doing? The other three? Well, Red Wing's overhead taking it all in, showing Falcon. To be like, hey, this is what's going on.
It could be like War Machine could probably go down because, you know, he's got his armor on. He would be able to go down on the floor anyway.
He's fine, and maybe he's like taking people out of blown up floats and cars and stuff.
Yeah.
You know? Like, as a car's about to drive into a crowd of people, he stops it and, like, flips it over, then drags the people out, sort of thing.
Yeah. The other Falcons could be like a... What is it? Like a flying overhead, like trying to get people to spread out, or...
Yeah, telling people to evacuate, maybe, and, like, every so often someone's gonna, like, jump off a building, and they quickly swoop in and catch them, you know? Like,
yeah, they could have like smoke bombs or something they drop down to get people to spread out.
Yeah. Well, what's something like police use to disperse people?
Water.
Maybe like they break a couple of fire hydrants and stuff to like distract the people long enough, and then obviously Bucky Barnes goes a little bit. And then Falcon's got to come down and stop him.
Bucky could start remembering, like what is it?
Yeah, he
like his like
flashbacks.
Traumatic past.
He starts getting flashbacks to Hydra and everything.
Yeah, and then, when he like lost his arm.
Yeah, and then you go out and you see a drone is over the head of Winter Soldier. Yeah, and you then go into a TV screen where the leader is watching it, but you just see from behind like a chair and like a green hand. And then he's like, and then he says the name of Mysterio, and it's like, it's Winter Soldier, you know what to do. And then Mysterio then activates, like, the hallucination thing, and, like, MODOK's there, Hydra agents, that sort of thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like, he starts showing him all of Captain America's villains, and that's making him go more aggressive. But he goes to, like, punch him, and he's just punching, like, bystanders in the crowd.
Just caves in a man's head.
Boom. Yeah.
You could like have like a little fight between like Falcon and Winter Soldier. Then like he thinks he's
going to come down and fight, and then Falcon gets a little bit more aggressive. But War Machine's already there. Going, I'm not getting affected by whatever's happening here. He scans the area or the air, realizes what it is because he's in like the Avengers database, and it's like the formula of the air structure is similar to Mr. Fear's toxin or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
So he's like, oh shit, I know what's going on. So he quickly flies back up to that Quinjet, which is still overhead, but it's just like, it's more for like
just chilling,
scoping out and stuff, and a getaway vehicle.
Yeah.
He goes up there, goes get like air. What are they called? Like, not hazard masks. What are they called?
Oh, the gas masks.
Yeah, like a gas mask respirator type thing.
Yeah.
And he gives it to everyone. And they're like, oh, okay. Like, they're fine now.
Oh, it gives it to, like, the team.
Yeah, it gives Bucky a moment. And then all of a sudden, like, the crowd Oh, maybe they do something to try and get it out the air. You know?
Yeah.
Maybe in a small area, the two falcons flap their wings as much as they can to try and disperse as much air as they possibly can in the most crowded area to try and stop the fighting a bit. War Machine's breaking up fights. Red Wing's still overhead.
Just swooping in between them.
Yeah. Like, someone goes to go crack someone's head open with a crowbar and he swoops down and just takes the crowbar. You know? Because I love this, because they can't fight them. Because they're just bystanders being affected by... Like, it's like during a zombie apocalypse when you know you have a cure. It's like, well, I can't kill them then. Sort of thing. Maybe Bucky is looking for the source of the gas. Maybe that's what he's looking for. And he's also looking for the source of the holograms. That's the word I've been trying to look for. Yeah? So, as a spy, he knows where to go for, like, these small things.
They could find out, like, about Mysterio being there because he, like, maybe grabs one of the drones.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, I like that.
Like, he finds it and, like, jumps up and grips it.
Like, give me a big Hydra agent boss goes to fight him in his, like, the hologram.
Oh, like a Red Skull or a...
Yeah.
Like, then, he's not there because he wouldn't really be on the team, but, like, maybe he's meant to be dead.
Falcon sees from Red Wing's point of view. From the top above, there's only half of him. Like, the guy he's about to go up against. And you know when, like a projector light, that's what it looks like from behind? Yeah. So, Falcon sees that through Red Wing, tells Winter Soldier, and then Winter Soldier just runs through and grabs it with his arm.
Oh, yeah, he grabs the device or whatever, his drone.
And I'm going to say the drone kind of looks like Mysterio. It's got, like, the bubble on the front. And you know his gauntlets? Because that's what he usually used for hologram projection. So let's say it's got some of that style on it. Like, it's theatric as well. So he's like, I think I've seen these before. War Machine got any clues? And he zooms in on it with, like, as he's flying above. And he's like, Mysterio. We know what we're dealing with. Mr. Fear Mysterio. Okay, we've got that far.
You could have, like, a Mr. Fear, like, a crappy joke. Like, who are you?
Yeah, definitely. Like, who? Who? Mr. Fear, who? Like, just the entire
time. Maybe they find out they're a bunch of nobodies and, like, let's just mess with them.
Ooh. Underground base, maybe?
Yeah.
That's where the fear toxin's coming from. Do you know, like, the sewer pipes?
It's underneath the thing and it's coming out,
the ground, so because obviously hot in Mexico, so the air's rising. So it rises into everyone's, like, houses and stuff. Winter Soldier is about to find that out, yeah? Crossbones Taskmaster come.
Oh, they're in the crowd.
Yeah. And so far, they've just been inciting violence. You know?
Yeah.
They've been setting off small bombs. They've been pushing people's faces into the fear toxin sort of thing. You know?
They've just been, like, pushing people into each other and, like...
Yeah.
Giving people weapons.
But then Winter
punching
Soldier
people every now and then.
Finds a grate in the floor. And that's where most of the fear toxins emanate in. He goes to lift it up and puts his finger on his ear like, Falcon, the base is... And then, like, Crossbones just comes in and, like, tackles him, you know? Or Taskmaster does, using Captain America moves. Like, he's got his shield, and he, like, shield bashes him in the face. You know?
Yeah.
And so far, they've been blending into the crowd, so they sneak up on him. So that's the whole thing.
Yeah, because everyone's wearing their Day of the Dead get up.
Yeah. I like this as, like, cutting back and forth between characters to see what they're doing.
Yeah.
Can I just say, I already like this idea. I didn't think we were going to get much of anyway, but I like this, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, this is me pitching to you now. A big cathedral starts collapsing, yeah?
Okay, yeah.
And this is the War Machine problem, and Falcon and stuff. The two Falcons keep swooping in and, like, taking people away from the area. and War Machine's trying to hold it up using his blasters to try and push against it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And they know this isn't a hologram.
Yeah, they know it's genuine.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, War Machine gets punched to the side as Absorbing Man is there, and he has absorbed the back of this building. You know?
Yeah.
So he's made the back of this building, he's absorbed like the brick and stuff, so it's a little bit unstable. And then he's punched the back of it, causing it to sway one way. So now you get a War Machine and an Absorbing Man fight.
Yeah.
And you know he's got to absorb like War Machine's like faceplate and stuff. And it's just like a big...
Yeah, he's going to absorb it.
Okay, who else is there? Claw is there. Oh.
Yeah.
So now Falcon's like, oh shit, we have to stop this building from falling. So maybe they grab like a rope and they wrap it around the building and then they hold onto it on both sides and fly up to try and just stop it from
Claw
collapsing.
uses his like sound blasting.
Yeah. And then Claw hits one of them out of the sky. Let's say Torres.
Yeah.
Because Falcon's more known. So he hits Torres out of the sky. So now it's Crossbones and Taskmaster versus Winter Soldier. Absorbing Man versus War Machine. Claw versus Torres. And then who's left? Mysterio versus... Actually, no. That's just a Falcon. Just be worried about this building. You know?
Yeah.
So it's about a fall down.
Because if it falls, it's going to land on all the people.
Yeah. So what does he do? What could he do?
Well, I mean, there's no way you'll be able to pull it up on its own.
Exactly.
It's a building. You could, like, maybe, like, what is it? Slightly be able to stabilize it somehow and quickly try and move everyone out of the way. Do you know what I mean?
Or, do you know the rope they were using? It was actually a, you know, like, bunting from a thing. But instead of, like, the British flag, it's got, like, Day of the Dead, like, iconography on it. Because I've just looked up Day of the Dead to see if I can get some inspiration. He uses that and then flies slightly above the crowd, but has the rope as a loop. And he's trying to catch as many, like... Imagine this, like, the crowd is next to the building. He puts it around the first people's waist and then flies forward. So he's then dragging the rest of the crowd, you know? So he's, like, scooping them with this one bit of rope.
Yeah.
And
he's moving them all out the way.
Yeah. Lots of people are definitely going to get injured. Because the building's going to collapse and then, like, debris is going to fly everywhere and stuff. Yeah. The building just goes, like, down. Bunch of people get hit and stuff. And that's it. So he just gets them out the way of the building falling on them.
If you're at the back, you're probably going to get injured.
Yeah. And, like, people are trampled over and stuff. So they're still trying to, like, sort this problem out.
Yeah.
Okay, so I like that. Winter Soldier and Crossbones and Taskmaster. He's definitely going to have difficulty. Because Taskmaster...
He's not winning that fight.
No. And, like, he's trying as best as he can.
Because he struggles with Crossbones. Crossbones is strong. Yeah. Taskmaster knows all his moves.
Yeah. Oh, I love this idea of Winter Soldier being in the middle. Taskmaster's on one side with his shield up, and Crossbones is shooting on the other side. So Taskmaster's blocking the Crossbones bullets that are being hit at him, but aiming at Winter Soldier. So he's, like, ducking and diving and, like, using, like, throwing, like, the Day of the Dead skulls at people and, you know, and masks and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, what could he do? I have an idea. He disappears into the crowd at one point, Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
So let's say he finds, like, a big, like a part of someone's dress. Yeah, because they have, like, big, flamboyant, like, dresses and clothes. He wraps that around himself and then puts on a mask and then runs into the crowd. Because he used their own thing against them of wearing a mask, of wearing a scarf.
Blend in, yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Oh, and then it's like sort of like a horror thing where he's like diving in and out of the crowd, fighting them, and
yeah, because maybe he makes the fight turn against them.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, What could he do?
Because like Crossbones knows his moves, but if you can't see him coming, he doesn't know what he's going to do.
Exactly. And it's like they can't. If 20 people all of a sudden turn against them, they're not going to be able to do much, you know.
Yeah.
How could he turn the crowd against them?
He could do like a what's it called? Because they're all like nuts still from the fear gas, aren't they?
Yeah.
So like the slightest like nudge could set them off.
Or maybe he just
on
shouts,
someone.
Like you see the taskmaster, like the Winter Soldier mask that he's put on, pop up from a cloud on top of a float and goes, "He's got a gun!" And then everyone turn and look at Crossbones, you know, and Crossbones just goes, "Uh-oh." And Taskmaster just looks at him for 1 second, and that's the panel you get of just everyone just looking at them, and then you move on to the next scene. I like this.
Yeah.
Okay, who are we dealing with? War Machine and Absorbing Man. How's he going to do this then? Because he's getting like knocked about.
Flies him up to the sky.
He's going to be flying up and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Absorbing Man could like jump high, like Hulk does sometimes, you know?
I'm pretty sure he's just like normal, but it's like if he has like a, well, depending on what he's absorbed, could probably enhance some skills.
I've got an idea. Absorbing Man, as soon as War Machine flies up, Absorbing Man takes a bunch of people and he goes to like crush them or something, yeah?
Yeah.
And then War Machine flies down and like scoops Absorbing Man, like punches him, but then Absorbing Man like grabs the bottom of his foot. Yeah.
Yeah.
And War Machine flies straight up, or let's say a little bit to the left of the city, where the Quinjet is. He then swings the bottom of his body, sending Absorbing Man into the Quinjet. You know?
Yeah.
And then as the Quinjet explodes, he quickly flies into the pilot seat and saves that one guy. And then flies back down as just a way to be like, okay, Absorbing Man's been dealt with for a minute. You know?
It could be like a, just before he throws him, he tells the guy, like, who's flying it, just jump out, don't even worry about parachute, just jump out.
Yeah, just eject. Like, S.H.I.E.L.D. agent says a number, eject now! And just instantly you see the panic and he just goes, poof, like, out of the chair. But he didn't have enough time to strap himself in. So he just gets sent out with the chair.
I was just going to say, like, he just books it and dives out the back.
Oh, the same way that they jumped out. Like, he quickly presses the back door.
But obviously this guy's normal.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't survive the fall.
So So War Machine saves him. And then we cut to Claw and Torres. What are they doing?
It could just be like, Torres is on the floor and Claw is like, shooting down on him.
Yeah, like he's
Does Torres have his own version of like Red Wing or not?
Maybe. But I don't know enough about
Or he might just like Red Wing and he has some control over Red Wing as well, probably.
Yeah. Oh, Claw is on a building above firing down on Torres. So he can't get up. Like every time he does, he puts one wing down, sort of thing. And then Red Wing comes from the back and like starts pecking at Claw's neck and stuff. And then Claw like blasts Red Wing and goes, "Stupid bird." And then when he looks back at Torres, he just gets punched in the face by him. Just like really quickly, just smack, just knock out. Oh.
Yeah.
But I don't want that to be it. So Claw hits the ground then, and like there's a little stool with the Day of the Dead sculptures on them, and he blasts them all, sending a bunch of skulls towards Torres, sort of thing.
Yeah.
What's Falcon dealing with? Falcon comes in a last second and slices them all down like the middle. Or do you know that thing where he flies down, and then he'll put his two wings together, so when all the skulls hit him, they bounce off to the side. Do you know like that one truck in GTA? Where it sends the cars into the air? He does that with all the skulls, and then it's got two Falcons versus Claw. And then I just want one panel where they're punching him on either side of his face. And then it's just like, okay, Claw's over. Like, Claw's done. Okay. What's happening with Winter Soldier now then? Let's cut back to him.
He's doing like his sneaky thing going in and out.
Yeah, and the entire crowd is against What if Taskmaster...
I feel like Crossbones and Taskmaster would win the fight against most of the crowd.
What if Taskmaster doesn't fight? Because only Crossbones is with a gun. Taskmaster's still wearing his mask, which looks more of the Day of the Dead than Crossbones does. So he goes, sorry, Crossbones, and like punches Crossbones in the face to try and blend in, so he doesn't get fully attacked.
Because like say like his real name instead of Crossbones.
Yeah. And like Crossbones goes to shoot the crowd, and then the vibranium arm comes out and grabs the end of the gun to stop him from firing. So it carries on firing.
Because he can take them both on their own.
Yeah.
On their own, he can take them not together.
Yeah. So you just see a vibranium arm come out the crowd, grab the gun, and then pull it into the crowd, and then it's just this one shot of Crossbones running down a Mexican street with 20 Day of the Dead like parade people just running behind him, and he's just like, oh god.
So that's Crossbones out.
Well, yeah, Crossbones running
until later on.
Taskmaster then, what could he use? An arrow hits, like goes into Winter Soldier's shoulder, like the good one, and all of a sudden he's pulled into a building by Crossbow's arrow, and he's got like a grapple hook on it, sort of thing. So now it's just a Winter Soldier versus Taskmaster fight. And you get cool scenes where it's Winter Soldier using Captain America fighting Winter Soldier sort of thing. You see him use some Daredevil moves, some Spider-Man, some Black Widow, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, so Claw is out. Absorbing Man's away for a while. And just say they wrap Claw up, break his sonic weapon, and then leave Red Wing to watch him while a new shield jet comes in. Absorbing Man's gone. Crossbones is running, and you're definitely going to get a scene where all the two Falcons and War Machine are going to be flying over the city and just watching Crossbones run, and they're just going to laugh to themselves. And then on the other side of this city,
could they like swoop down and take him out?
Yeah, they swoop down in front of him, and then Torres does the thing that Falcon just did, where they block him with the shields, and Crossbones goes, "Just help me!" Like he grabs onto War Machine, and then War Machine just like, what could he do?
Does like a spin.
Or he just blasts him into a wall, like through a building, and he comes out the other side and he's knocked out. You know? And then the two Falcons are now there to deal with the aggressive people trying to get in.
Yeah.
And then, because Winter Soldier is the only one who knows where the hatch currently is. Let's just say the hatch was in that cathedral. Do you know the one that fell?
What, that he's currently in? Oh, that one, yeah.
Yeah. So he found it just as Absorbing Man like blocked it, and then Taskmaster and Thing took him away. So and he's the only
took
one.
The building down to hide it.
Yeah. War Machine comes in and lands in front of Taskmaster, and Taskmaster's like, I don't think my fists are going to be able to destroy your armor. So Taskmaster like does the Batman thing of smoke grenade on the ground, disappear into the crowd. Yeah?
Yeah.
So then he uses Winter Soldier's move, so it's like a cat and mouse type thing.
Yeah.
And Winter Soldier's like, I know where the hatch is, War Machine, come with me. Sort of thing. So they both go down there. And let's say it looks like, do you know, like Freddy Krueger's like boiler room type thing?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe it's just like the mains to the city was underneath this cathedral thing, and Leader's just taking it over.
Yeah.
What could happen then? So, two Falcons dealing with the crowd.
Obviously, Leader's down there. The Winter Soldier and War Machine are down there.
Mysterio is, I should say.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Mysterio. He's going to be useless down there, though, anyway, isn't he?
Yeah.
All his gear's upstairs.
Oh, and Mr. Fear is, technically. So they go down there, and what could happen?
Yeah, but Mr. Fear's going to be useless as well, because all this is like gas related, isn't it? That's already going on upstairs.
How could they take off their masks then? How do you think they could take off their masks?
What, like Mr. Fear and what is it?
Mysterio, yeah.
Mysterio. Take their masks off, or Winter Soldier and War Machine.
Idea.
Yeah.
Mysterio makes there be like a light show of just pure like flashing and just everything to really disorient them. And they feel that they're getting hit on either side and stuff, and they're like, don't know what that is. And then Winter Soldier sees on his left Mysterio monologuing, and on War Machine's right he sees Mysterio monologuing. So they throw a punch at the same time. The Winter Soldier's vibranium hand meeting War Machine's faceplate, and War Machine's fist hitting the mask off on Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
So that was Mysterio's plan, was to make them hit each other, to take off their mask, or like to disrupt the flow of like their teamwork and stuff.
Yeah.
I like that idea of Mysterio being in the middle on both sides. So like a double-sided coin type thing, and then they both throw a punch. And then as soon as that happens, they both look at each other and go, oh no. And you see like their eyes dilate. Do you know when their eye goes like really small? As all the fear toxin goes into their bodies. And they start seeing like... And then it's literally a scene from Freddy Krueger. You know? Like the hatch behind them falls. And then like... I don't know, like demons, or they play on the Day of the Dead stuff.
Yeah.
So like resurrected skeletons start like running around the place, and like dragon skull, like dragons but made out of bones, are flying overhead of them and stuff. But they've now got the fear toxin, so they're not normal enough to be like, okay, they're not real. Let's just not worry, you know? Because the fear toxin's getting into them.
Yeah.
And they're getting all stressed and stuff. What could happen to them? What could they see? What could be like the big boss they've got to fight, but it's all in their imagination? What's something horrifying?
Horrifying?
I just thought of something.
What?
Day of the Dead, skulls.
Yeah.
They go into the big part of this boiler room thing, and they see like a 3-headed Ghost Rider. You know? But like Day of the Dead, the Day of the Dead inspired. So he's got like the flowers all over his face and like a collar of flowers. So it's pretty much whoever the artist is gets to have like lots of fun with this design. You know?
Yeah.
And then do you know like in a video game where it's like the big boss throws his punch and then you've got to jump over the punch and you've got to hit him while he's still like in his attack mode?
Yeah.
You know? They keep doing that, but obviously it's just a hologram. You know?
Yeah, so nothing's happening.
Yeah. Okay, what's happening with the 2 Falcons then, Dan? Go on. We need
the 2 Falcons.
We need to get them to go down into the basement thing and help them. But for one, they don't know where it is. For 2, they're dealing with the crowd. You know? So what's going on?
Maybe
there,
like
then?
Red Wing notices the hatch.
Maybe. Do you reckon?
Or like Red Wing saw them go down.
No, because Red Wing's on Claw, remember?
Oh yeah, crap.
I feel like
maybe he murders Claw.
Yeah, Red Wing just like takes out Claw's like the neck area, just picks it, kills him. I'm gonna say trackers. Trackers sounds like they make sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, they probably have trackers.
Yeah, so Torres is like, they go to talk to him, and all they hear is screams on the other side.
Yeah.
Because War Machine and Winter Soldier are freaking out. It's like, Torres is like, where are they? Trying to like stop people from fighting and stuff. And
they look at the tracker and they see it, and there's nobody there. It's just the building down.
No, they look at the tracker. They're right underneath them. You know the usual thing of, they look at the floor and it's like, oh.
Yeah.
And then
do they go for the hatch or do they go for the floor then?
Exactly. I'm going to suggest. So you look down at the floor, yeah, and it's like they're on the floor, and you're looking up at Falcon then, and you see something in the sky, and you're like, what is that? And then the next panel, you see Absorbing Man has like, let's say he got blown up, and upwards. So now he's just falling as fast as he can towards the ground.
Oh, and he falls through the floor.
Yeah. And he absorbed the metal of the Quinjet as he did it, so that's how he's still alive. So as he got flung in, he was of a strong enough alloy.
As he hit the Quinjet, he became metal, and then it survived the explosion.
Or he was like, he's a bit of the Quinjet, bit of the building wall, bit of War Machine's like metal, you know? He's a bit of everything.
Yeah, a bit of War Machine's armor. Yeah.
And then Torres goes, "Watch out!" And then you see Absorbing Man hit, and you just see, like, from Torres's point of view, just smoke. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, but Absorbing Man's just gone through the floor.
With Falcon. You know?
Yeah.
And he hit hard. So then you cut back to, like, War Machine and Winter Soldier scene, and they're dealing with this thick Ghost Rider sort of thing. And then, just through the ceiling, Absorbing Man and Falcon come, you know?
Do they end up being the reason why that big Ghost Rider looking thing is no longer appearing?
Yeah, they hit through it. Mysterio was inside. And he gets knocked to the side and he's like, ow. You know, because he's just a dude. He was inside, like, manipulating the holograms and stuff. And then when it crashes through, he just gets hit to the side and he's like, what the hell's going on?
Just knocked out.
Yeah. Ooh.
So who's left then? Leader?
Yeah, but Absorbing Man's still up and fighting. And now they have an actual boss to fight. You know?
Yeah.
What could happen here then?
War Machine grips him and flies back up.
Yeah. Or, as soon as he hits the ground, he starts melding in with the ground as much as he can.
Yeah.
Because I know Absorbing Man, he can become like... There's a comic where he touched pure cocaine and he just became cocaine. So he starts doing that with the floor and with the metal pipes and stuff. So he starts becoming a part of this room. And then he actually does the boss thing, where this is now real, and he's like punching everyone aside. And maybe Falcon realizes they haven't got their masks on.
Yeah.
So he goes to deal with that situation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Falcon flies through the walls, and he goes, "Hey Torres, come down here." And then the next panel you see is Mysterio getting punched by Torres and his and the bowl shattering. So Mysterio's out, you know?
Yeah.
He got one punch. He's just, But Absorbing Man, no. Now Torres is helping Winter Soldier and War Machine fight this huge Absorbing Man. And it's like, they can't really do much.
Yeah.
Like, Falcon's distracting him flying overhead, like Torres. Going overhead.
Yeah.
Winter Soldier...
Could War Machine, like, missile him?
Yeah. Because obviously Winter Soldier's, like, the most weakest one in this scenario. Because he's just got his arm and stuff. Maybe people are falling in through the hole. Like, the people... Because they haven't got their, like, sense back yet. Because the fear toxin's still going through the city, you know?
Yeah.
So they're falling into this hole. Falcon's catching them. Winter Soldier's catching them with his good arm and then throwing them back over. Just ever so slightly, so they go up out the hole and then land, like, on the dirt next to it. So they're dealing with all of this, and Falcon's, like, flying through this thing. And it's like, maybe the fear toxin's getting to him just a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
Like, he crashes through... And his mask is a little bit loosened. And he quickly tightens it, but a little bit gets in there, you know?
Yeah.
So he starts seeing, like, little things. And he's like, nope, don't worry. And he's getting a bit more aggressive. And then he lands in front of the leader. Or, Boiler Room, Rick Jones strapped to a chair in the middle.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Rick Jones.
Exactly, that's the whole point of this thing. And let's just say there's been scenes where, like, the leader is monologuing to Rick Jones and stuff. And Rick Jones is just like, I don't care. You know?
Yeah.
And then Falcon's like... Falcon doesn't understand that this is most likely a trap because he's got a little bit of the fear in him.
Yeah.
So he's like, okay, I'm just gonna quickly fly to Rick Jones and grab him. As soon as he touches him, what could happen?
Big explosion.
I
Or like, I don't know, like an electric thing, maybe.
maybe, yeah. I like that. Like, do you know, like a Tesla coil situation? On either side of this boiler room is Tesla coils. So as soon as that, and where's that electricity going to try and arc through? His big wings that are on, like, do you get what I mean? So they arc through his wings, destroying his wings, and then he falls to the ground, sort of thing.
Yeah.
I like this, Daniel. I like this a lot. Okay, go back to Absorbing Man. How are they going to defeat him? Because they no longer have a Quinjet to blow him up with. You no longer have this. That,
I feel like War Machine could just like overload him with so much of his.
I like that.
You know what I mean? Just like launching everything he has at him.
Or he arc reactors him.
Yeah.
Winter Soldier goes to Absorbing Man grabs Winter Soldier's arm and starts taking in the vibranium.
Yeah.
And then War Machine fires his arc reactor, so he's also absorbing the energy.
Yeah.
And he starts becoming this like creature of energy and brick and stuff.
Yeah.
So he becomes energy for a moment, yeah?
Yeah.
Torres flies in with an electrical cable from like a pylon. Or do you know, like a TV thing? And he throws it right into the center of Absorbing Man. And then do you know, like in Gremlins 2, when the electrical gremlin goes through all the phone wiring and stuff?
Yeah.
Absorbing Man just disappears into this phone line and just goes, you know? Like you see the electricity arc around the phone line and disappear into the distance.
Yeah.
You know? Do you think that works?
Yeah.
I like how it works, uses all of their powers and stuff together.
Yeah.
It's got like War Machine using the arc reactor, Winter Soldier distracting him, Torres swooping in. Okay, so we're back with Falcon now. And this is where the leader... Oh, I think he's disconnected. He'll be back now. You back? Daniel?
One day we'll do a podcast and I won't get booted out.
Yeah. It's alright. I didn't say anything. I just said, uh-oh. And then you came back. Okay. This is where the leader now monologues at Falcon as he's on the ground in pain, you know? He's just like, he's just like he's not gonna die, but he's like severely burnt and injured and scraped and bruised and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And Rick Jones is still trapped to this thing, so he's like, come on, Falcon, get up. Get up. Okay, so what happens now? So Mr. Fear and Leader is in this room. And they're like monologuing at Falcon. This is probably going to be like 3 issues, 4 max. I like this. It's very short, condensed. And it's a fun story at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So the leader's like, oh yeah, we wanted the Avengers, not the B team. Now that's the name. You know? Like whatever the name.
B team.
Whatever the... I like that as like, you don't get the A's, you get the B. You get the sidekicks of the A's.
Yeah.
Do you think that works? Just whatever the name is
the B team.
book, leader says it here.
Yeah. Just like, it's not actually the B team because that sucks, but...
Yeah. It's just like something that links the sidekicks. Maybe the B team works if it's making fun of the group. Even the title is making fun of the team itself. You know?
Yeah.
And they're monologuing, and Mr. Fear's like, whatever, I don't care. Now, this is the idea I've been holding back on you, Dan. I came up with this idea halfway through the pitch, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you have any more ideas to, like, throw in?
No.
Mr.
No.
Fear,
Go ahead.
Mr. Fear takes off Falcon's mask, though. So while Falcon's on the ground, he's seeing a huge leader with like a pulsating brain talk to him and stuff. You know? So he's like, he's all scared and stuff. Leader, at the back of this boiler room thing, right behind Rick Jones, has a huge gamma bomb. Because obviously, Leader, Hulk villain, he's like... What's a little bit of fear without a Hulk? Or anger, you know? He says something on those lines.
Yeah.
And as soon as Mr. Fear realizes what he is, he's like, I don't want any part of this. And he's like, well, this is how you destroy the Avengers. You make them monsters. And he like goes to like hit the button or something, yeah? Red Wing flies in. Because like Falcon's down and out for the count, so he's like been talking to Red Wing. Tell her whatever. Do you think that works like the gamma bomb type thing?
Yeah, could work.
Now this is where it goes.
This is an Avengers level threat.
Exactly. But the B team had to deal with it.
Yeah, could the Avengers be dealing with an actual threat?
Yeah. Torres, Winter Soldier, and War Machine. Like, this boiler room's a labyrinth, but Falcon... Oh, what could Falcon have been using to get here?
What do you mean to get here?
To find Rick Jones in the first place. You know?
Well, I mean, they know where he is because they've done the whole, like, thing like we have him.
Maybe they gave
That's what the villains did.
Maybe they gave a subtle hint in the dialogue when he was a big hologram in the sky. They gave a little bit of a hint. It's like underneath, like they talk about a mountain or something, and right where this boiler room is, it's underneath a big mountain, or it's underneath the most popularly dense, like it's underneath like an adoption home or an orphanage or a school or something. You know?
Yeah.
Huge gamma bomb. Yeah. But then the other Falcon and Winter Soldier and stuff, they find Mr. Fear's machine that's pumping the fear through. Well, actually, it's Torres, because Winter Soldier and War Machine are still a little bit addled. Torres turns it off and then uses the Falcon thing to get all the air out of the boiler room and the pipes and stuff to like filter that out. And then all of a sudden they see Mr. Fear running out of a boiler room. And they're like, what the hell is that? Because he's now trying to leave because he knows there's a gamma bomb 50 foot away. So as he's running, Winter Soldier's vibranium arm comes up and like uppercuts him. And he just hits the ground and he goes, where is he? And Mr. Fear just goes, to the left, down the road. If you go to the water tank, you've gone too far. And then carries on running away, you know? So it's like going into the humour of the book. I really like this book and I don't know why. So now it's...
So how did he beat Leader and the gamma bomb?
So he's just like... Leader is now like swatting at Red Wing. And then Falcon's on the ground and Rick Jones is tied up. And they're like... Falcon's like... Quick, the gamma bomb! As he's on the floor and like... Torres picks Falcon up to go. War Machine flies over to the gamma bomb to try and disarm it. You know?
Yeah.
And Winter Soldier is taking Rick Jones out of this chair. Yeah?
Yeah, okay.
Dialogue scene between Rick Jones and Winter Soldier. And a little bit of conversation. And Leader's just being pecked at by this bird because I want to make fun of the Leader. Like, he's pecking at his huge brain. He's like, ow! And he's just like throwing punches and stuff. And War Machine is trying to deactivate this bomb. Because it hasn't, like, the big red scary button hasn't been pushed. But it's still active, gamma bomb underneath, like an orphanage or something.
Yeah.
I love this. I love this. And then all of a sudden, ooh, all of a sudden you see Red Wing get punched by Leader, and he flies into the big red button. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, like on bombs and stuff, how they've got lights, and it's like the first row of lights, then the second, then the third to show that it's powering up.
Yeah.
It starts doing that, and there's like a small area with this like a metal grate, which the gamma is gonna irradiate from.
Okay.
And it's charging up. It's gonna blow up. And then War Machine's like, oh shit. Like, Torres...
You can't say that because this is superheroes. They don't say that.
Torres flies out with Sam Wilson Falcon.
Yeah. Who's like on the floor, like he's like unconscious.
Practically. Like he's conscious, but it's like he's not going to be able to move. War Machine goes...
Yeah.
Grabs Winter Soldier, goes to grab Rick Jones, and Rick Jones ducks underneath. Yeah.
Yeah.
Starts running towards the gamma bomb, and just as it's about to go off, he puts his hand on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And starts absorbing all of the gamma. And he's like, get out! Run! That sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you start to see the blue veins come underneath his forearm and through his arm.
He becomes
and stuff.
A-bomb.
He starts becoming A-bomb again.
Yeah.
And the leader's like, oh god, what have I done? And the last, like, one of the last panels, wait a minute. So you just see, there's just a panel of Leader on the floor, scared, and just the shadow of A-bomb over the top of him. You know?
Yeah.
And then you see, like, Winter Soldier and Torres and War Machine are getting all the people out the orphanage or the school or whatever. They're like, quick, come with us and stuff. And then all of a sudden, through the roof of this orphanage, A-bomb, big blue, lands in front of the team. Yeah?
He's our new member.
Or do we end it with an A-bomb fight?
No.
No?
For like him just appearing at the end would be...
Yeah. I love this because I was like...
Because then like you could have this it's like its own thing, like a little new team with all the sidekicks and A-bomb action in the sequel.
That works because now you have a Hulk. You have a Hulk. You have an Iron Man.
You have a Hulk. Yeah.
You have two
Then
Falcons
if it becomes like a genuine team, you could have like your Kate Bishop and your other random sidekicks.
Dan, you don't understand how much I like this. It's just a fun book, but like 3-4 issues. That's enough to like get a graphic novel trade.
Enough to tell a story.
Daniel, I like this, you know. Like you could definitely pull it out longer, where they've got to interrogate someone, they've got to interrogate that, you know, where they don't just go straight to Mexico. There's like some build up to it. Yeah, I like this.
Well, there could be more with like the fighting the other guys.
Yeah, like maybe they switch villains halfway through fighting and stuff.
Yeah.
I like this, Dan, you know?
Yeah, it's pretty solid. That's our Falcon and Winter Soldier comic. That's what that was meant to be, not the B team.
Well, no, it started off as I wanted to do a Marvel Teen Titans.
Yeah.
But I think it works. I think everyone gets a good moment. They all get a good scene, you know? Yeah. They all actually do something for the plot. They push it. The villains are fun and unique and interesting. Like Mysterio and Mr. Fear teaming up. Crossbones and Taskmaster teaming up. Funny situations with Claw. Interesting ways to defeat Absorbing Man. The leader is seen as a putz. You know?
Yeah.
And I love the idea.
That's fun.
I like that. Okay.
Yeah. I'll let you like the idea of what?
I almost forgot that we were doing a podcast then. I was just enjoying myself thinking about a story. There you go. If you'd read this, if you like it, let us know. And this has been Amalgam Hour. Thanks for listening.